It is lights out and we are racing in MotoGP here in the Sachsenring. Jorge Martinez made the perfect launch away from that pole position. Alex Marquez has been away strong as well from the second row. Bagnaia sweeps through into third place, but Miguel Oliveira toughs it out around the outside, and Martin, like he might have just got a wheel in front of Martin on the track out of Aprilia, but it's Martin back at the front.
That's how Martin would have wanted the first couple of corners to go, keeping Aprilia, at least one of them, between himself and Bagnaia. Ralph Fernandez is one of the big losers off the line. He's dropped back to sixth.
Through the smoke haze, the lead group go. Alex Marquez there had a really good start. He was ninth at the checker flag in the sprint yesterday. They drop down now and through turn 7. That's going to be one of the most tyre-punishing corners around this 13-corner configuration here at the Sachsenring. It's all about saving. That's what Jorge Martin said in terms of the rear tyre. Ralph Fernandez, that's a proper send-it move on the inside of Oliveira, wasn't it, from Pecco Bagnaia into the final corner. He has made it through. They go side by side, Oliveira versus Bagnaia. On the brakes they go, over the crest, into the first gear, turn 1. Bagnaia sensed he had to get through early on Oliveira, could not afford to let Martin get away.
Yeah, and Alex Marquez was trying to pick up the pieces from that. He's back ahead of Morbidelli then in 4th. Morbidelli retains that 5th place in the end for Maverick Vinales. Marc Marquez did gain 4 places on that first lap. He's in 9th position, just ahead of Brad Binder.
As Bagnaia goes for it, he picked up Oliveira in the final corner at the end of the first lap. He makes the move now through on Jorge Martin, the exact move, the carbon copy move on the World Champs leader in turn 13 on lap 2, and Bagnaia hits the front.
Yeah, just what Pecco Bagnaia would have wanted, and it's Pramac 2 and 3 now. Morbidelli through on Miguel Oliveira. Not really going according to the Jorge Martin master plan anymore, is it? As good as the first lap went, the last thing he would have expected on lap 2 of this race was for Pecco Bagnaia to already be carving up the inside of it.
Bagnaia admitted in the sprint yesterday he was outsmarted, outfoxed by Martin. Well, looks like the roles have been reversed, doesn't it, early on in this main Grand Prix. Bagnaia will be mindful of the rear tyre wear. That's a lovely move by Alex Marquez, stuffing it right up the inside of Oliveira's track out of Aprilia, going through turn 11. That's an overtake he's managed there at about 190 kilometres an hour. Beautiful stuff then from Alex Marquez.
Line and fastest lap of the Grand Prix to Jorge Martin, and that's what it's done. It's put him almost alongside the Ready World champion. He's going to have a look at the inside here. Bagnaia will now see him coming, and Martin regains the lead.
Well, the gap was there, and Bagnaia knew he couldn't turn in. So now Jorge Martin, he knows as the longer he sits behind Bagnaia, the more concerns, the more worries he's going to have about the front tyre pressure and the front tyre temperature, even though it is some of the coolest conditions of the weekend so far. What a save that was by Maverick Vinales, who's given his body a proper pounding already so far this weekend. Last thing he needed was to be eating more gravel going through that fast turn 8. That was some last lap, wasn't it, by Martin? A 1:20.667. How good is it as well to see Frankie Morbidelli, Fast Frankie, once again podiumless in MotoGP since Jerez over 3 years ago. It's been a real torrid couple of years, hasn't it, as Marc Marquez and Morbidelli then goes on the inside of Pecco Bagnaia. These two know each other so well. Pecco Bagnaia gets married in the summer break to his fiancée Dimitria. These two have been partying at Bagnaia's bachelor party, but at the moment it's Morbidelli making a prima Pramac 1-2 dreamland for Paolo Campinotti. We're on board now with Marquez down through turn 7 where he had that horrendous eyesight in the warm-up here last year. It was the 5th crash of a turbulent weekend This could be the most crucial moment of this German Grand Prix. Pecco Bagnaia has to be aggressive. He's got to get through. He's building it, build the speed through the 200 km/h turn 11. It has to be now or never, surely. Can he get through on Morbidelli? On the inside he goes into turn 12, third gear on the entry, and Bagnaia then does sweep alongside his VR46 stablemate Frankie Morbidelli, but the gap has crept up to over a second. So we're looking back now to Marc Marquez, who has finally found his way through on Oliveira. And also, as you just knew he would do, ghosting himself back up towards the lead group as well as Bastianini. He's doing low 121s. He was 3/10 quicker than Oliveira on the previous lap, so it doesn't look like it's going to be back-to-back podiums here in the Sachsenring for Oliveira.
Yeah,
this was the move.
Got through.
He loves that turn 13, doesn't he? He's the specialist on the brakes into the Queckenberg corner. Now on the inside of Morbidelli, he had a look at this move on the last lap, didn't he, Alex Marquez? This time around he does find a way through, and Morbidelli in the mire here, sandwiched in between the Marquez brothers. Here comes Bastianini. We knew that was coming. The beast coming on strong in the second half once again here. Flicks that factory Ducati on the inside of Oliveira in the top six. There is Morbidelli then, still sandwiched in between the Marquez brothers.
At the moment, the challenge facing Marc Marquez at the moment, of course, as his World Championship hopes take another blow. Certainly, if you put the flag out now, is just to get past the second of the Pramac Ducatis. Morbidelli is still lapping in the low to mid 123s. He's not fading as perhaps thought he might a few laps ago.
Marquez just says not. Oh, Morbidelli's gone wide. He's gone wide. There was a twix there, wasn't there? Whoa! Well, Morbidelli had run wide, and as he cut back, running the inside line, which of course he was perfectly entitled to do. He was just on his normal racing line, Marc Marquez, and he's paying for the contact with Morbidelli because briefly he loses another place to Bastianini.
Here's another look then. So Morbidelli's gone wide into turn number one. Of course, all he's trying to do is go around the corner. Marc Marquez, of course, sees the gap coming and tries to go through it, and the door is slammed shut in his face. It's one of those things, I guess.
There is the broken screen for Marc Marquez, and as we mentioned, he would have been in absolute agony with the big jolt from the contact from Morbidelli. Last thing he needed with the severely bruised right rib cage. Oh, there we go. That's his favourite move. That is his favourite move. The element of surprise in many respects. Morbidelli just was not expecting that at all, was he? Just cutting to the tight inside line. Marquez then up into P4.
With authority, the 93 up into fourth place, and Morbidelli's not in a position to fight back, and he's now going to lose another one. Once again, we're going to have that near contact as Morbidelli comes back from that wider line into turn one. Bastianini not making contact this time in the same way that Marc Marquez did, but boy, did they come close.
Yeah, Morbidelli back in the 22s, down to 122.1. Morbidelli,
though, he's really got a fight on his hands in these final 3.5 laps. Surely he's not going to try and go through into the Royal Ball McCurdy. How to think about it. I think his better opportunity is maybe down the hill here into 12, but on that tighter line, he's not in any position to attack Morbidelli. This one could still go right the way down to the final lap.
Martin and Bagnaia then are about to start lap 29 of 30. That's another Queckenberg exchange between Bastianini and Morbidelli, and Alex Marquez lost 6/10. Oh no! Jorge Martin! Can you believe it? How many times have we seen this? He blew it in Lombok, in Mandalika, when he was 3.5 seconds clear of the field. The tyre gamble that backfired in Phillip Island last year. And what a gift! He loses the German Grand Prix
and he loses
the championship lead. Wow, that could be one of the most significant moments of this year's MotoGP World Championship, as Marc Marquez then, the Marquez brothers are going to be on the podium. That's going to be what the Aoki brothers was the last time we saw two brothers on the same MotoGP podium, but late fireworks, late drama here in a sensational Sachsenring Grand Prix as Jorge Martin blows it. Pecco Bagnaia surely is going to win here in the Sachsenring. Last lap is underway.
Four weeks for Jorge Martin to get over that one. As I said a few laps ago, he was managing it near to perfection, but it just goes to show how on the edge this sport is. One mistake is all it takes, and a potential race victory and a double has slipped through Martin's fingers.
Pecco Bagnaia, take a bow. He gets a gift here in Germany. He wins for the fourth race in succession here in 2024. Keanu Reeves waves the checkered flag. Well, there was some proper Hollywood drama, wasn't there, in that Sachsenring race? And that is Grand Prix win number 24 in MotoGP. Ducati's most successful rider in their history, taking that accolade away from Casey Stoner, the Australian legend.
But as Jorge Martin blew it, Pecco Bagnaia accepts a fourth straight win.
What's that? You want more? Click here to subscribe.